what I'm freaking talking about.
Fireworks, folks. New leader, 17 pounds and 5 ounces for Hunter Sales, the head coach of the Carson Newman fishing team.
What's going on, y'all? Friday here at the NPFL day 3, rolling out in 7th place. Had 21-2 yesterday and 16-13 the first day. Man, it looks really good on paper, but it's super tough. You know, if I can go out today and catch 5 keepers, I'll be tickled to death. You know, aiming for a top 10, top 5 would be great. It's gonna be a grind though. I mean, it has been every day. There's a small window when they bite, and you just got to capitalize. You can't miss any fish. You got to put them in the boat. I lost a big one yesterday that would have bumped me up to, 23 or 24 pounds, and I'm gonna fish clean today, if I can. Hopefully God will bless me with the bites and I can put them in the boat and then, let it be what it'll be. Super blessed to be living this dream. Been running a skeeter around all year this year from Morristown Marine with a Yamaha on it, man, super reliable. Title sponsor, Saltex, Thompson Truck Group, Visit Jefferson County, National Kennel Club, Short Mountain Silica, Blue Marlin Real Estate. I mean, I could go on and on and on, man. All these people that just make it possible for me to be out here. I said it, at the start of the year, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to fish unless I came up with the sponsors to get out here and do it. And man, I was blessed with that, and it's been an incredible year. Went into the tournament 4th in AOY. I think I've caught them good enough so far to move up to 2nd. I got to catch them again today. That stuff doesn't matter until the end of the year, but it is kind of cool to see, after last year having a tough year, how God has kind of flipped that script. And so I think it's just, a testament of staying faithful, faithful to the Lord, and just knowing that His plan is going to work out in the end. So appreciate y'all keeping up with me, and let's go catch some bass. This is a pretty cool clip here with my buddy Todd Goad. Todd was sharing some similar water with me on the first couple days, and I actually came up in the morning to ask, what I wanted him to leave alone, what it was okay for him to fish. He knew I was in a position to have an outside shot at making a comeback and winning the tournament. And man, this was something that just meant a lot to me as a fisherman. And I actually, I told Todd one specific pillar that I would like to have myself, and I never actually saw Todd all day. He left that whole bridge alone for me to have, and I actually caught his biggest bag of the week as well. And so I just wanted to take a minute to show off the good side of professional tournament fishing. Todd definitely a stand-up guy for doing this.
I may fish the deep one with the large thing, so I might pick and I may not. Okay. Well, you gotta get yourself checked too. I mean, I look, you're right in position. Do what you gotta do. Now, yep. 6, 7. I don't think I can win, but it's not easy to get a limit. That's what if I give you a limit, top 10 it, I'll be sticking with that. Oh yeah, sure.
This is for you, Welcher.
7th place, Carson Newman University fishing head coach from Blaine, Tennessee, Hunter Sales. In 8th position, U.S. Army pro from Lakeland, Florida, John Grant. In 9th position, two-time NPFL champion, the hookup, John Soka. In 10th place, the out-of-custom rods pro from Hodges, South Carolina, Jason Burrow.
So as you can see, I was absolutely fired up to get out here on Championship Friday. As we get going, let's take a look at the standings to see where I was at heading out on Championship Friday fishing for $100,000.
Actually in 5th, Lewis is in 6th today. Then you've got Hunter Sales, another angler having a fantastic year. He's going to move way up in that Progressive Angler of the Year race after this event. He was already in the top 10.
One maybe. So got one right off the rip pretty quick, and actually in this clip you can still hear boats from takeoff actually blasting off. We had a 10:30 start time, and usually I didn't catch them really quick. It almost took me most of the day to kind of scrap up a limit, and then there was kind of a bite window, 2 or 3 o'clock when the current got going good,
But for whatever reason, on this final day, I mean, it was fast and furious, and I, to be honest, caught them about all day.
I'm excited this morning.
You know, I fished a really clean tournament for the most part. I was throwing 8-pound CR Tatsu, and even when these fish got me up against these concrete pillars, you know, I landed a really, really high percentage of them. This one here actually didn't break me off, but you'll see as I set the hook, got me up on that pillar, and it honestly just gave itself some room to get slack in the line, and I couldn't keep good pressure to the fish. There was kind of a lip on these pillars, and this is one that I really wish I could have seen, because on the scope it looked like a really good fish.
God, they're so mean. Got your butt. Got your butt. Soaking my boat, but I got your butt. Thank you, Lord. Number 3. Got one that's line burner, but he wasn't coming off. Number 3, it's a solid one right there. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I'll put the current action on, but I think when we got the wind, that actually worked with it. Drink so much caffeine in the morning, dude. giant. Oh, Lord. This one. Big deal right here.
You'll kind of see this theme throughout this video, and especially when Fat Cat gets on here and starts covering the broadcast, because man, he gave me a really hard time for how long I fought these fish. You know, I go back to I was throwing 8-pound line around this concrete, and you know, a light jig head. Man, once they got stuck, if you would just take your time, you would land almost every single one of them. And so I was definitely guilty of taking my time.
About 5 pounds. Like that one right there. I do that once a day. I forget that I'm putting ice in my live wells. And I put the thing on fill. I'm shaking as much as I am. I feel like talking to you right now, and he's like, no jumping, no jumping, no jumping. Sir. Not a bad one for number 5. Let's go. Jesus. It's 3 good ones. More like that. In good shape. Catch one more quick. Line burger. That's what we call a muffin right there, fellers. Everybody stay sleeping on that muffin gang. Y'all gotta be eating some muffins if you want to catch them. That's crazy. You get your rocks so high. I've not caught one like that all week.
one thing right here is I was reaching down and grabbing another rod. A lot of times this was either a color change, jig head, weight change, or even a size change on the bait. And sometimes that could be all that it would take to trigger a bite. And that fish was rubbing all up against that pillar. That's where you go see Gartatsu. Oh, don't you dare, dude. Please don't do that. A solid one. First one, maybe. Thank you, Lord. Put you over here for now. About to cull by measuring, so that's a good thing. Very good. Whichever one is close, we're getting rid of.
We're going to jump over to a guy that's having a fantastic season with us so far. Tennessee Pro Hunter Sales had 21-2 yesterday to jump into the top 10. Already has a limit in the boat this morning.
Come on.
In the top 10 in that Angler of the Year race.
I'm gonna close my eyes and feel. If I look, something bad's gonna happen. Gosh dang, they track it for so long. I mean, he's still just riding it like freaking Seabiscuit, dude.
We like us some Hunter Sales.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Great on camera. And speaking of inside looks, let's take a look back at the work that Hunter's done this morning, because before we went live, we can see all the goings on. He was catching them. Hunter Sales earlier today on Pickwick.
Got your butt. Soaking my boat, but I got your butt.
You know you've been catching them when the production crew says, hey guys, we can't show all the replays because we'll be here till dark.
Yes.
We've only got till 5 p.m.
A real conversation.
I mean, we got that just a little earlier. Hey guys, we have so many replays. We're going to need to cut them down. I'd say he's pretty happy this morning then.
He's having a morning, man.
There. That's a giant. A giant small. It's not a 5-pounder, but man, it's a dang good one.
And again, this is very condensed down. What'd they tell us back? It was over 10 minutes. The fish catches.
Yeah, sure enough. Man,
it's a lot of hook sets.
I believe that one's staying with her. How about that one right there?
Ooh.
Nice one. I mean, it's finale Friday. We can talk about how far up is he from where we launch?
He's about 20 miles right there. That's
Let's go.
the Natchez Trace Bridge. Crosses the lake.
Nachos.
No, yeah, the nacho. That's Nacho Cheese Bridge,
Nacho
as my
Cheese Bridge.
kids like to call it sometimes.
Man.
Catch him.
Hunter Sales.
Couldn't put meat in the boat.
Again, we've done this a lot of years together now, and our fixed production crews never said, hey
here all
guys,
day,
there's
so.
too many highlights. We're going to have to sort through them.
It don't really matter to me when they talk. I ain't saw one that big all week. 4-pounders there's a few of, but No real big ones.
It's almost like he knows he's on live.
No, he's a pro.
He is a
Hunter's
pro.
a pro. He does a great job. But again, we had to cut down his highlights, and the guy.
Probably 13 and a half or so. I got like a 1.5 still. The rest of them are like 3 or better. I don't know how, I got a big smallmouth. I don't know if it's 4 or not. I'm tickled to death with it though. I'm glad I got it myself finally, dude. That first day there was like 100 boats here.
Sweet fan on his front deck, keeping him cool. Somebody else is keeping us cool is Hunter Sales. Check back in with the Tennessee Pro. Trying to be the positive troll under the bridge.
Dude, he's flexing on him.
I think.
21 pounds.
They all feel so big in this current.
2 ounces yesterday.
It'll help. I think. Is it a spot? Mean mouth? I don't know what the heck I got.
We talked about seeing a possible mean mouth earlier in the event.
It's going to be close to helping. I don't know. Probably not. I bet he will. 16.5 inches. Let's check him out.
Hunter Sales over to Kyle Welcher.
Still piece together. Going for you, buddy. The bigger ones to pop.
I always like too, this little fish care tip for y'all. I got a couple different things going. I do think these Skeeter live wells are dang top notch, but I will also tell you that I've been running a fish long system, and man, the thing keeps those live wells so oxygenated when that water is hot. A lot of people don't know this. I actually got a little lesson in it when I got that fish long system, but water is hot actually. It doesn't take as much oxygen to be able to fully oxygenate it, and so that's why they say you want to cool the water down, because cooler water holds more oxygen. But this fish lung puts off such a fine diameter bubble that, I mean, man, you can really keep this fish doing well. But also, in addition to that, what I was getting, now I get sidetracked. That little trick is you can take the cull tags off of these fish. And everybody wants to, weigh them, put cull tags on them. That way you can tell, which one's the big one. But ultimately, fish use their mouths to breathe. They have to open and close their mouth to be able to move water through their gill plates. And those cull tags, no matter which ones you've got, it makes it harder for that fish to close his mouth, and that way he can breathe. So, especially on smallmouth spots, they got to open their mouth anyway. If you get the cull tags out of those fish, and it helps them.
Palmer back over to Hunter Sales.
That one wasn't a good rememberer. It's a big one too. It's not a giant. He's not a good rememberer though. Don't jump. He might help. I think he's gonna help.
Attaboy. Oh, Coach Sales doing work.
Yeah, Walter's not the only coach.
No.
Hunter's officially a coach.
Not gonna bother you if I go to that pillar? All right, thank you. Yeah, man, it's incredible. I've caught every one of them looking at it. They're all like, these pillars come down and make a shelf, and I can see them on this dang graph sitting on the front side of that shelf. And if you keep your bait right above their head, dude, they'll eat it every time.
We're going to cut over to Hunter Sales.
Sounds like a good idea.
But it brought a little cooler weather. And the first day of the tournament, high was like 82, not a lot of humidity, really nice. But we're creeping back up to July temps in the Tennessee
no doubt
River
about it.
Valley, no doubt about it. Hunter Sales, if you're just joining us in the first hour of the show this morning, and really before we went live, absolutely got on fire. He's been on fire. This is his third NPFL, our third NPFL, and his third NPFL. Just joined us this year. And
Our fourth. Count championship.
Right.
Not to correct you, but I'm sure we'll see him in our championship next year, though. If he keeps
top 10
on track, man.
Progressive Angler of the Year
That's
right now.
And steadily racking up those progressive AOI points.
He's on camera with us at Hartwell. Final day. Not gonna help, Hunter. Back over to Kyle Welcher. Covering the top 8, and they have all been busy.
Yes, they have. Hunter Sales, one of the busiest. This guy had about 2.5 hours of highlights. We couldn't show all of it. He's been cold straight whacking them this morning. And he set up shop. He said that's his hole for the day. He's gonna make it happen. All right, we're gonna leave Peavy House and head on over to Hunter Sales.
Thought I had them.
I mean, this man has not moved all day.
Big smart ones. Let's hope these are big dumb ones. They're big. They're dumb. Get away from the pillar. Oh, he got me on it. Please come off that pillar. Oh, thank you. Oh, he's had to chew my line all up. Don't jump. That one's gonna help some. He gave me a heart attack on that pillar, dude. I'm gonna be easy with him now. He's not a big one, but he's a solid fish.
Haven't seen him upgrading a little bit.
He'll have to help me some, I think.
Some. Let's go spool him out.
He's worried that column,
to get it chafed
bridge
up.
column, giving it a little more line than he probably
Extra
normally
tender.
would.
Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing crazy, buddy. Oh, he's barely hooked. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, I can't grab him. Should help a little bit. We'll see. Let me weigh it.
I'm just looking on the back today.
Just some random guy driving by. He's like, look! Hey, man. Hey! Hey, y'all play hide and seek when the
Used
tournament's
to be
over?
a 257. Oh yeah, 3-pounder. I have no idea which one goes next. But
Yeah, they look a lot bigger on the bonus cam. You ever notice that?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's a 4+. Knowing most of these guys, it may be.
not a bad call.
There you go.
Cool. Smallmouth back. Hunter sails. Going to be a problem in this Angler of the Year race if he keeps this up. 3 more events to go. And what a day. What a tournament.
Yes,
Here
sir.
on Pickwick Lake, Tennessee River, out of Counts, Tennessee, Pickwick Landing State Park. And the NPFL pros, we're covering the top 8 here today, but all up and down that leaderboard are doing work.
So at this point, my smallest one is a little bit over 2 3/4. I know I need, a couple other pushing 5 to really make a run at that win. I knew I needed mid-20s to have a shot. And so I was definitely in search for a big bite here. Anything under 3 definitely wasn't really going to help me much. And so I was trying to target my bigger fish. That fish was all over that 3-pound mark. Could have helped me a little bit when it's all said and done, but I don't think it would have helped much.
Let's check back in with Hunter Sales. He's having a fantastic tournament, fantastic season. But a great finale Friday so far for the Tennessee Pro.
I think this might be a big one.
Oh!
I think I might be right. Oh my gosh, did y'all just see that? Oh, she just did the dang. She almost jumped in the boat. We're gonna take our time with this big old Mean heifer. That was crazy. I mean, that one, I don't know if I've ever seen one jump like that. She was mad. She ain't been caught in a minute.
The double jump about got her into the trolling motor.
Don't jump. Don't jump again.
You don't have to wait to the Saginaw Bay tournament to see big smallmouth when you
no
come
doubt.
to Pickwick Lake in July.
Come on, girl.
We're going to see plenty of them next event.
You're done.
We've seen a lot this week.
You're done. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't do it. Good girl. Last run. Get that out of your system.
Talk to her, coach.
If I'm y'all watching at home, I'm definitely playing armchair quarterback and critiquing how long it took me to land this fish. But, you know, in the moment, it was a huge one. I knew that every pound at this point counts, and I wasn't going to rush it. You know, smallmouth were pulling super hard in that strong current, and so, you know, I was just going to let it tire itself out, and when it got ready, I was going to, you know, have one quick grab at the boat and get it in there into my skeeter boat live well. She's strong.
3 hours later. Unreal.
She's done now. Come on. She's not done either. It's one of those situations that when you see this fish jump and you can see the majority of your bait outside of the fish's mouth, you know it's not hooked good. It could be on the outside of the fish's face, and you just can't put too much pressure on those fish, or that hook could very easily pop out. No. Fish is very strong.
It's like I'm watching Wicked Tuna.
Get the gaff.
Get the gaff.
Don't jump. Man, I'd love it if I could land this fish. That would actually be awesome.
Now, let's be honest, if we had not seen that fish jump out the water, we'd be, man, that's a catfish, that's so-and-so, this or that. At least I'd be saying that. I don't know what you'd be saying, but. It's got to be a new lake record.
She's got to be about out, though.
87 Buick.
We got to get Ken Duke to start tallying up longest fish catches from start to finish, because I think Hunter Sales might have the new record.
Oh, no. Gosh dang it. Come here, baby. I mean, I'm talking at the dang big and open your mouth.
Oh boy.
Heck, I don't even know if it's going to help me. Gnarly stuff.
Palmer and Sales sounds like a country music duo from the 80s, Coach Warner. Dibs. That's what I'm going to name my next country duo.
Palmer and Sales.
Palmer Sales. Oh.
You see if he breaks his record, he's going to fight this one. Oh.
It's a solid largemouth.
Let it spool out. Give it about 100 yards of line.
Dang, that was cool, man. I can't believe I got to that freaking fish.
Dude, this man has been here all day and just been whacking them the entire day.
You know, we saw David Gaston in 2021 do a lot of work right here.
That's right.
They turned on. How big are you? I don't think it's a 3.5 pounder. It might be.
The river kind of, you can see that current.
Anyways.
You can see the current.
Yes, you can.
Right there. River kind of necks down in this section. So he's really going to be feeling it from Wilson and Pickwick down right here.
No way. It's a good fish, though. I'm gonna wave, but I don't think.
I included this clip just to show, you know, at the end of the day, I really didn't upgrade much at all after that last smallmouth that I caught. And a big part of that was, at this point in the day, we had a storm that started to blow in, and this wind was blowing opposite the current really, really hard. And what it was doing is it was changing the way those fish were positioned on the column. And I was throwing a super light jig head and letting it kind of drift down current to the fish. And when the wind got to a certain point, my bait wouldn't be presented naturally, and that changed everything. So with that being said, it was time to take care of the fish, put some ice in the live well, make sure everything was good, and start heading back. You know, I didn't want to be late. I wanted to make sure I gave myself plenty of time to get back. I had a very valuable cargo in the boat with me on the way back. Wind was blowing a little bit. No reason to beat these fish up. I felt like I'd kind of milked the area for all it was worth anyways. And so for the first time today, I was leaving my home under the bridge. So the Skeeter boat was riding great. Something I did not think about, however, and it's not a sponsor plug, but the Yeti cooler not being secured. When it had ice in it, it was a lot heavier and rode a lot better. Thankfully, Yeti coolers, as evidenced in this video, do float and not a drop of water got inside. That was pretty cool.
Next to the stage, in 7th position coming into Championship Friday, Carson Newman, University Fishing head coach from Blaine, Tennessee. Go Big Orange. How about it for Hunter Sales? He is the fishing coach and the archery coach over there at Carson Newman. I'll tell you what, folks, Carson Newman has one heck of a football team and a lot of great athletic teams there. I'm going to tell you what. I've got a special award for you that I'm going to have to make something up, but I'm going to tell you about it here. 37 pounds, 15 ounce, got 5 in the bag. Need 23.10 to take the lead. 19 pounds, 11 ounces. Let's see some of them fish. Bring out a couple for me for there, and that's going to keep. That is going to keep Mr. Hookup, John Soakup, in that seat for a little bit longer. Put your hands together, folks, for Hunter Sales right there. Good job, my man. All right, so before I get you into sponsors and family, all that stuff, I'm giving you the award for the smartest man fishing this week, and I'm going to tell you why. He must be a big fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers under the bridge, because he was in the shade all 3 days fishing those pylons. So it was probably only 78 degrees instead of 98 degrees. But what a tournament, brother. Stand right up here for me on that medal.
Yep. Yeah, it was. I was okay, but man, only getting 5 to 8 bites a day. I didn't feel like the smartest guy most of the time. But that's all I had, and I just really had to grind and make it work. Man, God bless me, and I didn't know if I'd catch a limit every day, and to be sitting here, you know, in the top 10, hopefully at the end of this, and that's a true blessing.
Well, you know what, we want to say that we really appreciate what you do, taking young men and women over there at Carson Newman, from the high school to the college level, teaching them how to become adults, what fishing and the outdoors is about. You also deal with the archery school there, kind of, you know, bringing the future of the leaders of America through what you guys do and your entire staff over there at the university. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, and I do have to say, so he doesn't yell at me, we do have an archery coach, Micah Davis, but I oversee that program as well. And so, we have a great outdoor sports department there at Carson Newman. It's just really cool to see the next generation, you know, fall in love with the outdoors the same way we did.
The future is bright with Hunter Sales at the helm. Yep.
Yeah, and I just need to thank everybody that makes this possible. Had a lot of people step up this year. Saltex, Visit Jeff County, Thompson Truck Group, Short Mountain Silica, the National Kennel Club, Morristown Marine, and my first year running a skeeter boat, and it's lucky so far. You know, 2 top 10s hopefully, and another check. And so looking for that AOI, hopefully we can keep the consistency going at Saginaw Bay, and just appreciate all the NPFL's doing for us as well.
A little bit of luck, a lot of skill, brother. Good job right there. Hunter Sales, folks.